everybody, welcome back to Northernlion, play Slay the Spire. I gotta tell you right off the bat, I should be playing something else, but I love Slay the Spire. It's genuinely like my favorite game in the last 12 months. Yeah, play God of War. No, I didn't play Spider-Man. But I love this. It's a compulsion to keep coming back day after day. It reappears. We're gonna play some Ascension. I should be playing Isaac or Darkest Dungeon or something else, but dude, I'm embarrassed about our last run. That's the other reason I want to get back into it here. Random rare card. Max HP +8. Both good. Lose all gold, choose a rare card. I kind of like that more, honestly. We're paying 99 gold for the choice. And you know what? The earliest barricade I've ever seen in my life. I think... I want to... By the way, the reason... I play differently, depending on which character I'm playing, obviously. Because I'm a master of adaptation. But, I think as the Ironclad, for me at least, and this might be very foolhardy, but it makes sense in my head. We want to fight a lot in the early game because we can heal. So it seems like a decent idea. And it also allows you to get these extra cards that can help you structure like an early archetype. At least that's the way I see it right now. Now, Barricade, my philosophy on it is that it's a very tough card to play until you get 4 energy, or you draw it on a turn where the enemy happens to not attack. I'm okay with this. We're going to kill him, assuming we draw unattack, which is highly likely. Continuing to heal up just a little. I do like Disarm. It doesn't really fit the archetype, but I'm happy to have it in the deck. We'd almost rather, or almost always rather draw that than, I think I'm going to do it like this. Then just another strike or defend. I should have used the Disarm on you instead. It would have saved us 1 HP, but I'll do it like this. We still got him. I mean, we need 3 strikes to kill him in 1 turn. Or alternatively, 1 strike to kill him next turn. Sounds good to me. And I'm eager to get back to it with the Ironclad here as well. I think that Bloodletting makes a lot of sense. Because if we take Bloodletting, we can leverage our HP. I think it's worth it. To play Barricade at some point, hopefully. That's the dream, at least. I don't know if this is obvious or subtle, but we should really probably not worry too much about the fact that we're not playing Barricade yet. It's longer fights, I think. I'm not a Barricade expert, but I think it's longer fights where it matters more. I mean, out of these, they're all interesting, but I don't think any of them particularly is what we need. So let's try this path. I'll take the 100 gold, full stop. We're going to smith, and if we can make Barricade cheaper, now we can actually do something with it. I'd still love that energy relic, obviously, but I can live with this. Let's see if we can draw it turn 1. Let's actually go. As far as I'm concerned, go ahead and hit me for... Go ahead and hit me for 10. We'll get some progress. We don't have good crowd control, so this fight is very painful for us. I think we will pop this. I don't really want to bash. I kind of want to go for, like, raw damage. Depending on the way you structure your deck, obviously, you know, different bosses or different elites are harder than others. And this is definitely one where I think we would be much better off against the Lagavulin or against the... Well, maybe not against the other guy. You know what I'm talking about. The other, you know what it's the large demon man. You've heard of him? Red guy. Not my favorite move because we still take 15 damage, but at least this guy's dead. We get a little tempo. Dare I use a word I don't understand. Who's going to be last? Oh, we've already used Disarm, obviously. Hey, we're actually rolling the slightest bit of block over. I think we're going to kill this guy in like 4 turns, which is heinous and very, very slow. At least we rolled over 3 block. I got to look at this. Oh, Lord, we do not rest for a long time. On the other hand, We do have Burning Blood or whatever. Yeah, Burning Blood. Don't really want to lose 3 HP here. I'm, like, frightened. But I'm going to do it. Just to ensure we definitely kill this guy next turn. We're going to have to be real tight. We roll over block, so absolutely play it. We're going to have to be really tight to... I mean, we have to be a little tight to not die here. But certainly, like, on our future fights, absolutely. Like, even here, I know we could smack him. I think you play a defend just to give yourself the maximum chance to not take damage next turn. Like, if we get a draw like this, we live. That's a beautiful... Bless me, for the first time in a long time, we made a decision that, against all odds, kind of kept us alive there. So, we made it through that. Did not go well, obviously. Fruit juice, we will just drink immediately. We kind of need it. I think Exhume will work for us later. I don't like to say no to a rare card like that. I'm just going to level with you. We are probably dead. Lose 3 HP to block 5. I think we're dead. And I'm embarrassed because I actually think this run's got a lot of good stuff going on. Okay, go ahead. Kill me. This hurts. Hurts a great deal. Especially because now we have to do an Ironclad run that starts with no advantage. I still feel like that run could have worked. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe we went too aggressive at the start. I don't know. We went to some paths we shouldn't have gone to. You tell me. So this one, I don't expect things to happen and be well for us, but we'll try to make it work as best as we conceivably can, because we don't get that extra advantage at the start. But if it looks like it's going wrong, like if we die on the second floor, we'll probably just do another one really quickly to get that extra advantage. So I genuinely think taking a cleave, it's a... It's a bit of a reaction to take cleave after dying the enemies that are, you know, obviously there's multiple of them on the screen, but I don't know, maybe not all reactions are bad. We should hit him. Go ahead and take 3. You know, just because we're doing it as a reaction to something that might not happen every time doesn't mean it's not the right thing to do to take at least one of them. I actually think like a whirlwind totally works well as well. Now we're probably overcommitted a little. Love it. Would not kill you, though. Would kill you. Would not kill you. I still think you play it. And then we lose 1 HP overall. Not a big deal at all. So we don't have anything new in this deck, or we don't have anything like popping off in this deck just yet. I'll take an uppercut. This is good because it means we can structure it ourselves. We'll just take the free gold, and we absolutely will go for this fight right off the bat. Here's the thing. I see Whirlwind. I love the idea of doing 30 damage to you, but I could also do 13 plus 16 with a steroid potion. Or I could bash you for 13 plus another 10, which is way worse. I think we steroid potion. That's for sure. And I think I would rather hit you. Instead of hitting you for 30, I'll hit you for 29 and leave you vulnerable. That seems way smarter. Good, honestly good move. Don't even block. He's gonna live for more than enough turns to make that work for him, so just accept that that's life, baby. Hopefully we get him next turn, but 17 damage is still a lot for us to output in 1 turn. Literally got there, but just barely. Meat on the bone, great for survivability. I'll take 2 uppercuts. This is what Cleave and Whirlwind exists for. So, you know, turn 1, hate it. But we're not being weakened by anything. And we actually got to trigger Meat on the Bone, which is awesome. I'm a little mad. Because we need to use 2. Well, no, we can kill you easily. We really want to take 12? No, let's exhaust. I don't really care what gets exhausted. We'll take another 5 damage here. When Whirlwind shows up, they lose. And we'll heal for 12. Excuse me? Oh, we're not below. 50 is not 50% of 80. That was a sentence I could barely even say. My math was more wrong than it's ever been. Your boy is tempted. I left that up to my animal brain. This is what we wanted, believe it or not. We really want, like, a whirlwind. I don't know why turn 1's been such a pain in the butt for us so far. Go ahead and hit me for 3. I'm basically going to fire potion you, and I really hope we get whirlwind as well. Okay, we did get whirlwind. Sure, we're going to take 10. I still think that's the way we make it through this. We're going to draw cleave here. Really, like, an uppercut cleave is the best option because it makes him vulnerable. But you'll take another 10 right off the top. You okay with that? I think I'm okay with that, just to make sure we're for sure ahead. And we have a rest? Sort of. Sort of. Doesn't matter. All we need to do is draw an attack and we won't die. A little scared temporarily. Made it through. Healed for a lot. Pantograph is very helpful. Do not need these. Pantograph is very, very helpful. And also, big ups to Meat on the Bone. Okay, so I'm not messing with you. I'm actually a little upset with the game right now. Because it has literally not given us Whirlwind on turn 1 against any... This hurts. Should have made him vulnerable, probably. But against... Oh, we're only taking 1 damage. Against any of the, like, low HP minions, including the elites that we fought. Very frustrating. Didn't really think about that. It's okay, we got unattack, and you are dusted. I almost always think a feed is going to be worth taking. Because of Pantograph, yeah, I don't think we rest. I think we smith instead. And, you know, an uppercut becomes much more valuable. I think it's worth going for. We got the Courier. I don't think it's an enormous improvement, but it's something. There's got to be, like, if we hit you... Okay, we got him, boys. Open and shut case. Little free maximum HP. 51. Essence of Steel. We even made potion space, which is nice. I do like the idea of Flame Barrier, but... not there yet. After this, I mean, Whirlwind gets... it gets good enough to play. I actually think that this is okay now. It's better than a basic strike. And we healed to almost full. You gotta hit him with this right off the bat. I honestly think you just smack him again right after. You don't want to draw like a Whirlwind in this situation. You'd rather wait until the next turn. You know? There are probably better uses of feed, but I don't mind taking 0 against this guy wherever possible. Now it's all just a matter of whittling him down. I think... I'm surprised. Don't get me wrong. We're definitely going to take damage. We're going to take 10. Let's instead not take 10 and take 4 with 1 lowered plated armor. You're doing 12 damage. Well, I'm going to keep that weakness going. And again, we'll take 4 damage, which is not that bad. This is a lot better than I would have expected. It's so much better than our last run, which makes me think, man, what did I do wrong on the last run? I really genuinely think, hey, you just keep smacking this guy. Like, if you can keep vulnerability and weakness on him, even if you take some damage in the process, it's pretty good for you long term, I think. I'll let him just, you know, tire himself out there. 12 damage, no joke. We'll hit him with that. And I still think, like, you know, take as little damage as possible just to ensure the optics keep tilting in your favor until he, you know, is bowled over. This time, you might want to pop 36 damage on him because it'll make him split. Yeah, you don't get to use your uppercuts, but maybe that's not so bad. You know what I like about True Grit here? It's the Jeff Bridges movie of the same... No, okay. I saw it. I liked it decently, but I wouldn't describe it as, like, my favorite. 15. We can hit you once. We did lose Whirlwind forever, but... Well, for this combat. But we've got Uppercut, and that's the only thing that matters. So now we're just going to smack you. You're dead next turn. What I was going to say, what I like about... Not True Grit. I meant to say Battle Trance. So this is like a second-order confusing thing to say. But what I like about Battle Trance is it helps us draw those cards we want faster. You know, it helps us draw those Whirlwinds. It helps us draw those Uppercuts, etc., etc. I still think we should try Barricade. And we'll take Cursed Key as well. I think we need the energy. So we made it to the second floor at least. Let's see how things go after this point. I kind of like this path for an early shop. And we have 419 gold. It's enough to get excited about. As tempting as it is to play a Barricade on turn 1, you know what? Might seem a little weak. But it does... We're going to play more Uppercuts, probably. So anything that could weaken him makes me a happy man. So he starts with a vulnerability. Do it like that. I know we didn't play the Barricade. I mean, that's kind of like... It's been my principal problem with Barricade, is I just don't play it. Well, it makes my decision for me. And we got you next turn. We're going to take a decent amount of damage in the process. But sometimes the optics totally screw us on this guy. I got to be honest. It's tempting to try to draw feed, but let's just kill him. Now we're taking some more blocks. Because we have... no, absolutely not. Because we have Barricade, obviously. So I would not be opposed to taking 12 damage here in order to do 32 each. Yeah, I totally like that. We could have done 24 each, but these two guys are both within strike range now. So I think this works out really nicely. Except we didn't draw strikes. But do it like this and like this. You're going to hit me for 7. That's life. We're going to hopefully be able to stall you until the feed comes back around. And I've realized that is definitely not going to happen. But life goes on. We get the red mask. You have to take Corruption. If we get Corruption and Barricade out, now we're starting to talk. So, I mean, Panache works well with Corruption. We really like Shuriken. I feel like Self-Forming Clay also totally fits. I'm going to try that. It's a bit of a weirder build than I've ever rolled, I think, but this is a perfect Whirlwind opportunity. Cleave is fine, but you know, it's not the #1 thing we're looking for. If you don't play it, you lose it, so play it right now. So Corruption and Barricade are both mission critical. Maybe not for this fight, but for our win in general. So it's really nice, to be honest, when you draw them on the same turn. It's very exciting. You say to yourself, wow, what did we do to deserve this? I don't know. Something awesome, apparently. Goodbye forever, Barricade. We're going to take 3 damage, but we're really just biding our time till Whirlwind comes back around. You have to do it this way. Because we don't have Barricade, we'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at exact block. We got our maximum HP. It's a little... Oh, so much better. We can play 1 attack first if we wanted, but... Love it. Love it. Might as well Battle Trance. I don't know. I don't know what I was hoping for, but this is starting to look like it's got something going on. We still need to find a way to get Barricade... To get Barricade and Corruption out there, but I don't know, man. I don't really want to lose any HP here, so I'm just gonna... That hurts me. It does, because we can get some good rewards there, but I think it's way too dangerous. Okay, we did not draw any immediate damage dealing potential, so I'm just gonna level with you. We're gonna take 21 damage right here. But we're going to gain a strength, and this guy is going to be killable with a whirlwind. We're also going to roll over 9 block, which is, dude, self-forming clay is doing great work already. We got cleave, not what we wanted, as you know, obviously don't need me to tell you. I'd really like to make sure this guy dies, even if we can't play corruption in the process. 20 damage. Okay, we'll take 1. Not bad. Still roll over 3 block. Well, 9 times 4 is 36. Nobody's gonna die. You're doing 15 damage. I'm just gonna play it simple. I'd prefer to take as little damage as possible, right? Now you're doing 15 again. It's very painful. Maybe could have thought about a barricade. I'm saving feed because I think it's worth enough. Keep in mind we have meat on the bone, so we can afford to get a little spooky here. 6 damage to all enemies. We're not gonna kill you. 16. There you go. Okay. The wounds are just, they're cheesing me off, but we're gonna get there one day, man. Love it. Okay, now we're out ahead. Thank you for not hitting that. I was so worried it was gonna hit our only attack. Feed, please. Feed. No feed. Well, I have to choose between taking 7 or waiting for feed. I'm gonna... Or taking 7 and waiting for feed, I should say. Or just killing him, so obviously I killed him. Okay, 12 cards. Regret, we don't want it. Regret, bash. Demon form, regret. Inflame, cleave. Wow. Deep breath. Okay, that's great. And then inflame. Do we want it? Yes. And I say that because strength is valuable for our whirlwinds, our cleaves, our et ceteras, and don't forget about our et ceteras. I chose not to take Ritual Dagger because I was frightened. Kunai works very well in this deck. No. This is a rest. Kunai works very well in this deck. I hate the curse, but we do heal, so it's one of the least bad curses we can get, I suppose. I'd like to take 1 damage because it'll roll over 3 block. So let's do this. Let's go. It exhausted the one that was gonna get exhausted anyway. So we actually roll over 6 block. That's even better. And it's a tough one. You're gonna hate me for the way I'm approaching this, but like, I really don't think it's that valuable to play Barricade because he just gets stronger. We don't want to slow play this guy. We don't have Entrench yet. We don't have Impervious. So we're gonna hit him with one of those. And then let's gain 2 strength permanently. And then hit him with a pretty low damage whirlwind, but... Okay, we got 3 block. You're doing 15. Shuffle your discard pile, put it in your draw pile. Uppercut is nice. We have 1 block. Let's play that, and let's throw a cleave out there and just keep the feed dream alive. Anytime we take 7, but roll over like an almost equivalent amount of block, I'm a happy man. It's slow, but it's getting there. We're going to dip below 50%, which is actually okay. It's kind of where we want to be. I think we've got him next turn. If we can just take like less than 10 damage per turn and slowly roast him. You know, low and slow, that's the way to go when you're cooking an elite. Could have been worse. Paper Frog, very good actually. We do tend to make enemies vulnerable. We gotta go Entrench here. It's like an enabler of the highest order. And let's start smithing, dude. Like, corruption does get cheaper. The thing is, I like corruption because it makes other cards in your hand cost 0. So I think making Barricade cost 0 is a little better. That would be nice. I'm just going to do the simple thing. I'm going to remove Regret. And then, whenever you break block, apply 2 vulnerable. You know, oh, I can't afford it. Just slightly. I think Rage is okay, but we don't have that much draw. I think I am going to take the easy way out and just make enemies, elite enemies, I should say, a little bit less annoying. Okay, we finally played Barricade. What else are we gonna play? Well, we definitely want to kill this guy first, but... I can live with that. I know that Barricade doesn't seem that good right now, but we found an opportunity to get it out. We got it out. 31 damage. Oh my god. You definitely play those. And honestly, I think you go this, this, this. It's our lowest amount of damage output that we could do there, but it also gave us a dex and a strength. So, I can live with it. Now, you're doing 14 damage. It's a good opportunity to weaken you. Now you're doing 10 damage. Not that impressive. That's painful. I don't mind him doing 1 damage. Again, if he does 1 damage and rolls over 3 block, for the most part, when plausible, I consider that a decent trade. We could defend entrench here. We'd still take damage. I still think we do it. Take 1, roll over 3 block. In theory, this is where this run pops off, like, forever. Now we play all of our blocks for free and they stick around forever. Well, until they get hit, but you get the idea. Okay, so you definitely want to play this, then this. It hit entrench. You can't make this up. And I think you just smacked the crap out of him. He should be dead next turn. Do I believe in the ability of this run to make it happen? Let me answer your question with a bit of a cagey response. I believe in this. I think I'm going to try this now, because it's pre-upgraded. I believe in it more than I thought I would. I thought because we didn't start with any kind of potential advantage, we were going to be in trouble. But it seems okay. Like, this seems like it's possible, at least. So we were really hoping to get our power out there right off the bat. Because we were not able to. It's okay, but it is going to slow us down. We got 4 vulnerability on him, which is pretty nice. Rage is fine. And, I mean, it's 32 damage to all enemies. We would take 16. I actually kind of prefer gaining the strength and dex by doing it this way. But then we can't play entrench. Oh, well, we're taking 1 damage. Getting 3 block. Okay, so we lost Barricade. It's fine. All that means to me is that we can play Corruption earlier. So this turn plays itself. Always nice when it happens. We take 0, which is kind of surprising. I think this is going completely okay so far. So you can always play Whirlwind for 5 extra block. What do you have Feed in hand? So I think Cleave is your first choice. You get feedback. I honestly think we just take whatever damage he wants us to take here. I know we don't get the strength for it, but it's our best attack. We played that just to play it. So we're going to take 4 damage. Not that bad. We roll over 3 block. Do we play Corruption? I think you play Corruption when you get it. We do lose Entrench forever. But we start with 26 block. And it only gets better from here, hopefully. So you really... Right, we didn't have Barricade out. Disregard. Kind of a weird play. So we're going to lose an Uppercut or a Bash. Please be a bad... Okay. I'm worried because he's hit me with a Hyper Beam while he has so much HP. But we're getting that strength up there. Slowly but surely. He's doing no damage this turn. We're going to try to keep that going. Dude, I'm loving the extra strength we have here, making it... He's lost like 200 HP so quickly it'll make your friggin' head spin. We made it through. Okay, I don't know if that's going to work long term, but here we are. Whenever a card's exhausted, draw a card. It's like extremely great in this build, I think. And gain energy, but you have less cards to choose from. Yeah. I think this deck could win, so the extra energy is more valuable, I think, than the card rewards would be right now. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see. We're forced to fight an elite by going this path. Is that good or bad? Yes. That is correct. It is good or bad. So we got everything out there. I think this is what we wanted. I don't really want to hit the spiker. Rather just do that. You know what, though? Let's see what this gives us. Feed? I think I love this, and just leave the feed in your deck for later. So this is where we have to pop. We did not get anything even close to popability. I hate it. We do get a card because of the Dark Embrace. At least we're rolling over block, but this is very painful. Now it's the feed party. Let's go. Okay. Rage, for sure. Deep breath. Defend. Defend. Absolutely. Feed. Gets exhausted, we drop. Play that defend. Play this entrench. Now. 4 times 10. Almost kills you. I'm willing to go for that. 5 HP left. See? Once we got the Wombo out there, it went just fine. Like, nothing at all to complain about. We also got 2 feeds out of that, which is kind of ridiculous. Power through, I don't think we need. We did lose a lot of HP, though. We'll absolutely fight. Here's the thing. If we can't fight these guys, we're probably going to lose regardless. So we should definitely be fighting these guys. But the other thing is I also have the confidence that we're, like, doing just fine here. You know what? Give me 4 plated armor. Because we roll over the block regardless. So we might as well take 4 extra per turn. Nah, do it like this. Very painful turn, though. We're going to take 2 damage, but roll over 3 extra block, I guess. Lose a plated armor. Better. Much better. Whirlwind would need to hit 3 times. So I think it's more like... I don't like that move, just for the record. We're going to take another 16 damage. We don't have Dark Embrace out there yet. I don't know how much of that is... how much of our problems relate to that, but... at least we're going to get meat on the bone. I really didn't expect this to be as difficult as it was, though. Taking another 24 damage. This is going not very well. We are gonna live. But like, with 6 HP? We finally got Dark Embrace, but it's like too late. We're still gonna survive, but my lord. Dead Branch is great. Headbutt, I think, totally fits. We have to fight this elite. I'm not sure if I mentioned that. So, my HP being so low is just the most horrendous thing ever. Okay, we get a free attack. Love to see that. Can't draw off of it, but that's okay. And we are going to take 6 damage. We have a Reaper in our deck now. If we get very strong, we could heal a lot off of this. Or we could die on this turn is the alternative. I would prefer to play these for value, but you have to get them out there. Like, I think we're actually just literally dead. We're not, but we're close. You're going to be like, just play feed. Doesn't count. So instead, we'll play the Rampage to make it better. I'm a little tempted to play Berserk, but... this is a stall and a half right now. Please, God. Well, we're not going to die on this turn. I really want to draw Barricade. What did you play? Okay, we know we need this out there. Okay, sure, put a second one out there. Exhaust all non-attack cards in your hand, deal 21 damage. This is getting a little absurd. 26 plus, okay, so you're doing 45 damage. I kind of like this then. You know what, if we We can... Reaper, okay. Reaper's... if we could just hit you first. And then Reaper. Very valuable for us. Whenever a card is exhausted, we gain block. It's useful, but it's not useful yet. Okay, so we have more Reapers in the deck. I mean, we have... This is a surprisingly not horrible situation. Please, Lord. How are we... We actually have improved over the course of this fight somehow, which is the real crazy part. A Whirlwind for 6 will kill you all. And that's what we have to do, I think. Okay, we're back to 54 HP. Body Slam is a huge part of our potential chances of success here. You guys like attacking, huh? 17, so we'll do... Hey, I'm just looking like 31. If I hit you for 14 and 17, you will die, and we'll get maximum HP. We already have enough blocks, so it didn't really matter what we played in that second section. Okay, I mean, it was a little spotty there, but I think we're starting to worm our way out of the true danger, I hope. 11 damage. Bring back an Entrench, just in case. So the thing is, it'll kill you, so it'll take 11 damage off the field. I'll take 6 in the process, and we get the extra stats. So, sign me up. Nothing here is going to be exhausted, so this is really a turn where we're lucky nobody's attacking. We get to play all of our powers and just roll over whatever we can roll over. Honestly, kind of a weak play, but who's laughing now? We made it out of there. There should be more feeds in here somewhere. You have to. This is where you play Corruption. This is where things just get absurd. What have I done? Okay, I don't know. I accidentally did damage. That was my mistake. It doesn't really matter what we exhaust. We really do want to play this Reaper, by the way. Just want to make sure we have enough block first. Okay, so we're back to 66, which is totally fine. We get the kill. Dude, we're pulling out of it. This is the dangerous moment. Not so much this guy, although also this guy. You know what I like? Uppercut, headbutt, battle trance. If you wanted to, you could play another uppercut to keep him weak and vulnerable. But Dark Embrace is a much more important enabler here, so we just got the stats out of the Body Slam instead. We got that Dark Embrace out there as soon as possible. So, 11 block, pretty useful. 24 damage, substantially more useful. Gain some strength. Take no damage. You have to play Corruption because it enables your engines here in order to get as much draw as you could ever imagine. That's a lot of extra energy. We will get Barricade out there as well. Random card. But we also played Feel No Pain. Or, no, we haven't played. Oh, Dark Embrace, that's what I mean. Okay. So, if we headbutt something, there was nothing in there because we just played something else. Get this out of here. We could have exhausted the Barricade as well. 4 energy remains. We're still taking damage, which is really funny, so let's not do that. Literally does very little. Whenever you gain block, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. Hilarious. Anything that costs 0 is a pretty easy play right now. I think you just keep him vulnerable, honestly. So, I think just by playing skills, this guy is basically screwed. Oh, we can't draw anymore. That's alright, we'll only get 1 card instead of 1,000 every time we play something. Get rid of that. I don't want to see that trash. Like, look at this. We're just bodying him. We gotta play Entrench. And then we'll play Entrench again. Following that, An Infernal Blade, sure. We'll get Evolve out there. Now, finally, we get to actually, like, play some cards. Like, play a Clash, and a Clash, and a Dropkick. Still got a bunch of energy. Twin Strike, Strike, Bash. Hit him with a Whirlwind. Dude, that was an insane turn. We hit him for 300 and something. Plus, we have 316 block remaining. Loving the free drop kicks. Oh my god, we're actually going to kill him. I know you're going, no you're not. No, but we are is the thing. Look at that. We got an achievement. We got the transient achievement there. You can't see it, but I can see it. Okay, these guys tend to not be that bad. Hopefully. Get Rage out there. We probably want to play Inflame first, but let's see. Sure. Get Inflame. You're only doing 16 damage. It's not that bad. I think we just play our hand. You want to play True Grid first, don't you? Don't you? Nah, let's take no damage. Even better. Alright, I believe in this one. We've been clawing, but I think we're getting there. I think, sadly, you accept that at some points in your life, you know, you're going to have to take 28 damage on a single turn to appease the Slay the Spire gods. There are probably turns worse than this, but I have a hard time reconciling that. At least we're only going to take 30 damage. It puts us in meat on the bone range, where the deer and the antelope play. So I guess maybe I'm not that perturbed, but I think you just start by clearing out like all of the cards in your hand you no longer care about. And then start there. I know we're going to draw it anyway. I'm just trying to get to the point where Feed will kill him. Body Slam seems to have him under control. So we got him with that Feed. Takes us back up. Stone Calendar seems okay. Dude, Pummel, why not? It exhausts anyway. So I think that's a decent get. This guy, I mean, he lost 100 HP right off the bat. He doesn't seem that good. Unless we draw a Barricade. Probably going to slow our roll a little here. I think we will play Corruption. And I think we'll just smack him. Easy enough. Go ahead, debuff me. Now. Yes. Yes. So close. So we are going to take 4 damage, but we'll roll 3 block over. Okay trade. Not great, but we didn't have too much of a choice in the matter. Now we're talking. It took Body Slam, which is very disappointing. But, I mean, you can see where we're going with this one, probably. No more skills, huh? That hurts. But with Time Dilation, like, certainly not bad. I think just giving me that Battle Trance makes me a very happy man. Because we roll over block, we'll try this one. And we got 2 attacks left. You got 2 turns of vulnerability. Honestly, I want to keep that vulnerability up. And I'm waiting for, like, when we gain strength, I'm waiting for a Reaper to come around, basically. So we'll spot weakness. Absolutely. Deep breath. Rage for certain. Ghostly armor. Might as well anger, get it out there. I honestly think we should exhaust our whole hands. And he'll possibly die. Yeah, my mistake. We went a little too hard on that one. Runic Dodecahedron, though. Not my #1 choice, but honestly, as far as curses go, Regret is one of the least bad ones, I think. This is a weird one. Because I don't think we can headbutt, like, Rage back. Plus, Deep Breath won't even work for anything, right? Yep. My bad. Straight up, just gonna hit you with that. Didn't expect it to work like that, but we're at the point where we can use feed for just a decent one energy attack, I think. Played out our hand because Regret does 1 HP direct. Pretty bad turn. It's okay, we've been through this with these guys before. This is where things get good. I don't even know what happened. Like, I'm just leveling with you. I don't know where we are on this run. What I do know is that I can hit you for a 0 energy attack that does 185 damage, so a lot of value in that, I feel. And you're back to 95 HP against a guy where actually, if the turns align well, we got a good setup here. So, we get 5 block. I'd like to play 3 attacks then. So we'll do it like that. We get the stats out of it as well. We do take a little damage, but that's the curse. If we get the opportunity to remove it, I would love to. We don't have the boot, so it's kind of a waste, but we get to draw something. Honestly, why play feed? Because it's an attack. It gets our stats up. We're probably not going to draw feed anyway at this point. I'm sorry to tell you. So now we're exhausting cards. We're drawing a ton. Definitely copy Body Slam. And this is where you can't stop at this point. Should probably never make it so we can never draw. But again, like, it just does not matter. Oh, True Grit must have gotten exhausted. Did I play it? What happened? 60 damage. Easy enough. Lantern! Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. At this point, how could we not go on this path and try to fight the other elite? Every card's exhausted. Draw a card. Right. That makes sense. Just the one card I wanted it not to exhaust. We could always veer off of the elite fight, right? Yeah, we can just fight normal enemies. We'll see, though. Like, our HP is fine. Who knows? We'll get a Reaper. Meat on the bone trigger, although that would require our HP to be lower. You get the idea. We're going to play Corruption first, so we get, like, maximum draw. Obviously, absolutely want to play Barricade. Nobody's dying. You're only doing 22 damage. You're going to start working, though. Let's bring back True Grit here. So hopefully we can use armaments to make a 1 energy attack cost 0. Or make Inflame better, I guess, even though it's probably not our #1 call. Dude, bring back the Body Slam. Absolutely. These guys are screwed. It took Body Slam. It's programmed to take Body Slam. You cannot convince me otherwise. So I'm going to hit you with some nerd stuff right now. I chose not to fight the elite because I think we're going to win. And if we're going to win, I don't want anything to come into this run that, like, could risk it. Similarly, that's why I'm, like... Should have struck. It doesn't matter. That's why I am just taking this path instead. Just being safe. It's a sensible approach. If we want to not take damage on this turn, it's a little touchy. Not undoable, as you can see. But you had to play your cards in the right order, no question. So Dark Embrace is very important. You're just debuffing on this turn, which is a dream come true, honestly. Smack you. I think you're going to be dead in like 1 turn. I think we're going to be at full HP as well, so Runic Dodecahedron should be in a good spot for our boss fight. Corruption should make a feed kill possible here. You just have to be very careful to not overdo it, and we did fine there. Okay, so we gained 25 HP off of Pantograph. Takes us to 109, so we actually can afford to smith. And sure, let's make Dark Embrace a little cheaper. Those are our enablers. Dude, I think we've got an absolutely acceptable chance here. So, Barricade early probably means you take damage this turn. So be it. Corruption. Maybe you don't take damage this turn. It's weird, but hear me out. Bash, dual wield, drop kick. Drop kick, drop kick. Thank God, not the headbutt. We're going to double up on headbutt just because we can. And then we're really going to double up on headbutt. We're going to take 6 damage in the process. It sucks for Runic Dodecahedron, but is otherwise not really that bad. So just make sure you draw before you play Battle Trance, even though I really don't think it matters much. I don't even know what came back. I think I'm going to Sever Soul really quick. It'll get rid of all of our dazes at the very least. You're still doing 30 damage. Well, we can weaken you easily enough. Now you're doing 22, and we take 0. We're waiting on Dark Embrace. Once we play that, I think we're pretty much good to go. This turn is terrible, though. I guess I will hit you all for, well, 40 and 60. We will also Entrench and then Body Slam. It exhausts, so I want to try. Body Slam anyway. At least we get the stats. Not a great turn, but we're going to win. Like, the way this looks right now, I think we will win. Like, these guys are in a real bad spot. Once one of them dies, usually doesn't take too long. Let's leave it at that. So we're drawing 2 here. Have to love it. Every time we play a skill, we're drawing 2. Fortunately, I'm just now realizing, like, how few skills we apparently have in our deck. We have 65 block, good lord. So dual wield Barricade is not a strong choice. Dual wield, sorry, Whirlwind is what I meant to say. But I think we'll just Whirlwind. 65 damage literally takes you down to half of your existing HP. Could have played the dual wield just to get some cycle, and I think that would have actually been a better idea, for block in particular. But, let's get the trash out of our hand and see what we draw. These body slams are going to kill you. Dude, that was a great run. It all came together, and I'm a very happy man as a result. For now, though, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. And, of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Follow me on Twitch if you want to see live content at twitch.tv/Northernlion. For now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See ya!